Welcome to Stoic Spirit. Today we step into the profound and enigmatic world of Stoic women, figures who embody a unique blend of strength and wisdom, transcending the ordinary to achieve the extraordinary. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. These words resonate deeply with the rarest woman in the world. She faces life's challenges not with simple resilience, with a grace and wisdom that sets her apart. She doesn't just endure, she transforms adversity into growth, rising above the trials that would break others. In this video, we'll explore the virtues that define such a woman, 10 powerful principles that serve as a compass, guiding her through the tumultuous waves of life. These virtues are not just quality. They are tools, sharpened by experience and honed by reflection, inviting each of us to consider how we might navigate the storms we encounter. What makes these Stoic women more than just survivors? How do they maintain their poise, their sense of purpose, when the world around them is in chaos? It's about more than just getting through difficult times. It's about thriving by understanding and applying the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, every facet of life. These women are not just surviving, they are thriving in a way that invites us all to reflect, adapt, and evolve. As we uncover these virtues, I encourage you to think deeply about what they mean for your own life. How can these principles help you to not only face challenges, but to transform them into opportunities for growth? Join me on this journey as we dive into the stories of these remarkable women, uncovering the secrets of their strength and the wisdom that guides them. Together, we'll explore how these timeless principles can enhance our own paths toward personal growth and lasting happiness. This is more than just a video. It's a call to action, a chance to engage with the philosophy that has the power to change the way we live. So, as we unravel the mysteries of the rarest woman in the world, I invite you to engage, reflect, and share your thought. What can we learn from these paragons of Stoic philosophy? How can their wisdom illuminate our own journeys? Let's discover together how we can all cultivate these virtues in our lives. Don't forget to subscribe, share your insights, and join the conversation. This is a journey worth taking. Let's begin. Self-confidence. In the expansive landscape of Stoic virtues, self-confidence stands as a pillar, a rare and admirable trait, particularly within the context of a Stoic woman. She is not swayed by the external winds of societal pressures or the fleeting judgments of others. Instead, she possesses a deep-seated belief in her own worth and abilities, quiet, resolute certainty that is rooted in an unwavering understanding of herself. This is not the kind of confidence that seeks the spotlight or demands recognition. It is the calm assurance that comes from knowing who she is and what she stands for. Consider the story of Evelyn, a seasoned project manager at a renowned architectural firm where the vast majority of her colleagues are men. The world of architecture, like many industries, is often fast-paced, filled with unexpected changes, tight deadlines, and intense competition. Yet for Evelyn, the challenge is doubled. Not only does she navigate the complexities of the profession, but she does so in an environment where her presence is often met with skepticism, simply because she is a woman. In meetings where her ideas are frequently overlooked, and in conversations where her voice sometimes struggles to be heard, Evelyn remains unshaken. Her self-confidence is not derived from the accolades she receives or the titles she holds, but from her deep commitment to her principles and her unyielding belief in her vision. Even in the face of subtle biases and overt challenges, she carries herself with a grace and assurance that silently demands respect. Evelyn's confidence is not loud or boastful. It is the quiet strength of someone who understands the value of her contributions and does not need external validation to confirm her worth. When faced with critical decisions, especially those that test her ethical boundaries, Evelyn's inner compass remains her guide. She chooses her path not based on what is popular or expected, but on what aligns with her core values. This steadfast adherence to her principles is what allows her to navigate the complexities of her industry with grace and purpose, even when the odds seem stacked against her. This story invites us to reflect on the source of our own self-confidence. Is it anchored in the fleeting approval of others, or does it stem from a deeper understanding of our own worth? True self-confidence, as the Stoics teach us, is not about the belief that you can achieve every goal. It is about the recognition that you are inherently worthy of the journey, regardless of the outcome. It's about understanding that your value is intrinsic, not dependent on external measures of success or failure. A Stoic woman like Evelyn exemplifies this kind of confidence. She breaks barriers and overcomes challenges, not because she needs to prove her power, but because she remains true to her path. Her self-confidence is an amalgamation of self-awareness, integrity, and resilience, qualities that are forged through introspection and tested by the trials of life. She knows that her worth is not something that can be granted or taken away by others. It is a constant and ever-present part of her being. In your own life, whether you're facing the challenges of a demanding career, navigating the complexities of personal relationships, or striving towards personal goals, remember that the cornerstone of true self-confidence lies in understanding and accepting your own worth. This is not just about believing that you can succeed. It's about knowing that you are worthy of the effort, worthy of the journey, and worthy of the life you are building. As you reflect on this, consider how you can cultivate this kind of confidence in your own life. It begins with a commitment to self-discovery, to understanding your strengths and weaknesses, and to aligning your actions with your values. By embracing these practices, you not only enrich your own life, but also inspire those around you to discover their own potential. Self-confidence, when grounded in Stoic principles, becomes a powerful force, a guiding light that not only illuminates your path, but also shines brightly enough to guide others on their journeys as well. So ask yourself, what steps will you take today to foster this deep, unwavering confidence within yourself? How will you cultivate the Stoic spirit that enables you to walk through life with grace and purpose, no matter what challenges come your way? This is not just a call to action, it is an invitation to embrace the rarest of virtues, and in doing so, to transform your life and the lives of those around you. Direct communication. Direct communication is not just a skill, it's a defining virtue of the rarest woman in the world. A woman who navigates the often turbulent waters of human interaction with precision and purpose. Imagine encountering someone who, instead of weaving a web of ambiguous words and hidden meanings, engages with you in a manner that is refreshingly sincere and unmistakably clear. How often do we yearn for such simplicity in our conversations? When someone speaks directly, it's like a breath of fresh air in a room filled with stifling smoke. Immediately, you feel lighter, more grounded, and deeply understood. In a world where communication frequently dances around the truth, cloaked in euphemisms and half-spoken intentions, the woman who practices direct communication stands out as a beacon of authenticity. Her words do more than convey information. They build bridges of trust, clarify intentions, and they foster connections that are both deep and enduring. As Marcus Aurelius wisely counseled, be plain, good son, and true. This simple yet profound advice captures the essence of direct communication. It's about speaking with integrity, with honesty, and with an unwavering commitment to clarity. Think about the last time someone spoke to you with complete openness, without the pretense or the need to sugarcoat their message. How did it make you feel? Likely, it wasn't just the words that resonated with you, but the unspoken message in between, the respect they showed by valuing your time, your understanding, and your relationship. The true power of direct communication lies not only in the words themselves, but in the spaces they create. Spaces where trust can flourish and mutual respect can grow. Take, for example, a scenario at a family gathering. The atmosphere is warm, but there's an undercurrent of tension as a sensitive topic arises, one that has caused rifts in the past. As voices begin to rise, this woman, grounded in her Stoic principles, calmly steps forward. She doesn't dance around the issue. She addresses it head-on, with a voice steady and clear. Her words don't inflame, they soothe. She brings light to the situation, allowing everyone to see it for what it is, without the haze of miscommunication or emotional charge. In doing so, she not only diffuses the tension but also paves the way for healing and understanding. This woman's approach isn't just a method of communication. It's a way of life that reflects her deep commitment to living in accordance with nature. a nature that seeks truth and recognizes the inherent value in clear, honest exchanges. Her directness doesn't alienate, it draws others closer, inviting them to engage with her on a level that is real, meaningful, and transformative. She becomes a role model, inspiring those around her to shed the layers of pretense and speak their truth, courage, and clarity. Now, consider how embracing direct communication could transform your own life. What if you spoke with more intention and less hesitation? How might your relationships deepen if you expressed your thoughts and feelings openly, without the fear of misunderstanding or judgment? In your professional life, how could clear and straightforward communication enhance your effectiveness and build stronger, more trusting collaborations? Direct communication is an art, and like any art, it requires practice, patience, and a commitment to growth. It's about choosing your words carefully, ensuring they are aligned with your values, and delivering them with a purpose that transcends mere conversation. It's about being brave enough to express your truth, even when it's difficult, and doing so in a way that respects the dignity of others. As you move through life, let your communication be like a lighthouse in a storm, steady, reliable, and guiding others to safety. This is more than just a technique, it's a way of embodying the Stoic virtues in your daily interactions. By embracing direct communication, you not only improve your own life, but also create ripples of clarity, trust, and authenticity in the lives of those around you. So ask yourself, how can I begin to cultivate this virtue today? How can I speak my truth with more clarity and courage? And in doing so, how can I inspire others to do the same? Adaptability. Adaptability, as embodied by the Stoic woman, is her remarkable ability to gracefully navigate the unpredictable seas of life. Much like water, effortlessly molding itself to the shape of its container, she adjusts to the changing circumstances around her without losing her essence. This trait is not just a passive acceptance of change, but an active, conscious decision to bend rather than break in the face of adversity. In times of challenge and uncertainty, this woman demonstrates that true strength is not found in rigidly resisting the winds of change, but in the fluid motion of adaptation, in her ability to flow and reform as needed. Marcus Aurelius, towering figure in Stoic philosophy, once observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful insight encapsulates the essence of adaptability. It is not the external events that shape our lives, but our internal response to them. The Stoic woman understands this deeply. She knows that her strength lies not in controlling the uncontrollable, but in mastering her reaction to whatever life throws her way. Each obstacle becomes a stepping stone. Each challenge, a chance to grow, learn, and ultimately transform herself. Consider the modern world we live in, a world where the only constant is change. Whether it's a sudden shift in job responsibilities, the unexpected curveballs of personal life, or the rapid pace of technological advancements, adaptability is not just a virtue, it's a necessity. The ability to adapt is what ensures that we not only survive but thrive in this fast-paced, ever-changing environment. The Stoic woman uses this adaptability to maintain her serenity and resolve, even when the ground beneath her seems to shift. She reminds us that our greatest tool in facing life's uncertainties is our capacity to remain flexible, to bend like the willow in the wind, rather than snap like the oak that resists. There's an old saying, "The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must and survived." This wisdom perfectly captures the profound impact of adaptability. It's not merely about weathering the storm, it's about learning to dance in the rain, to embrace the changes that come our way and use them as opportunities to redefine and refine ourselves. Adaptability is not just a means of survival. It's a path to resilience, a sister to persistence, and a gateway to an inner strength that is both unshakable and transformative. Imagine a woman navigating the complexities of modern life. Perhaps she's a mother juggling the demands of a career and family, or a professional facing the pressures of an ever-evolving industry. Each day brings new challenges, new uncertainties. But rather than being overwhelmed, she embraces these changes. She adjusts her plans, rethinks her strategies, and remains open to the lessons that each experience offers. Her adaptability allows her to move through life with grace and confidence. knowing that she is capable of handling whatever comes her way. As you reflect on the virtue of adaptability, consider how you can incorporate it into your own life. Can you shift your perspective to see change as an ally rather than an adversary? Are you ready to embrace the unexpected, to bend with the winds of change rather than resist them? The ability to adapt is a cornerstone in the character of the Stoic woman, and it should be in ours as well. It is the foundation of resilience, the bedrock of persistence, and the key to unlocking a strength that can transform even the most daunting challenges into opportunities for growth. In a world that is constantly shifting, adaptability is not just a skill to be learned. It's a way of life to be embraced. It's the quality that allows us to move through life's inevitable twists and turns with grace, courage, and an unwavering sense of purpose. As you continue on your own journey, remember that in adaptability lies the potential for extraordinary transformation. Let this virtue guide you, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with the confidence and resilience the Stoic woman. Leadership stands prominent. Leadership stands prominent not just as a characteristic, but as a living, breathing force that profoundly influences every interaction and ambition of the Stoic woman. This leadership isn't rooted in the traditional sense of authority or the exercise of power. It blossoms from a unique blend of inner confidence, candid communication, and an exceptional ability to adapt with grace to whatever circumstances arise. She leads not by issuing commands, but by embodying the very principles she wishes to see in others, setting a standard that naturally inspires those around her to follow, not because they have to, but because they want to. Imagine Sarah, a seasoned marketing director at a large multinational corporation, in an industry known for its relentless pace and fierce competition, where decisions are often driven by urgency rather than deliberation. Sarah's approach to leadership is refreshingly different. She doesn't lead through fear or control, but through presence and example. When her team faced an unexpected crisis, a major campaign threatened by a sudden shift in market trends, Sarah didn't panic or place blame. Instead, she gathered her team, opened the floor to ideas, and listened intently. Her calm demeanor and strategic foresight allowed her to steer the team away from reactive decisions and toward a thoughtful, effective solution. The crisis was averted, and in the process, her team emerged stronger, more cohesive, and more confident in their abilities. This is the essence of leadership as practiced by the Stoic woman. Her leadership is not about exerting power over others, but about empowering them to reach their fullest potential. It's a leadership rooted in service, where the focus is on uplifting those around her rather than elevating herself. She understands that true leadership shines brightest, not when it commands attention, but when it quietly guides, like a lighthouse that stands firm amidst the storm, offering direction and hope to those navigating the rough seas. As you reflect on this, consider how many leaders you've encountered who truly inspire rather than intimidate. What sets them apart? It's often not their authority or their ability to enforce rules, but their ability to connect, to listen, and to guide with empathy and wisdom. This is the kind of leadership that the Stoic woman embodies, a leadership that doesn't demand allegiance but earns it through consistency, integrity, and a deep commitment to the well-being of others. So, how can you cultivate this form of leadership in your own life? Start by focusing on self-mastery. Before you can lead others effectively, you must first learn to lead yourself. This means developing the discipline to remain calm under pressure, the wisdom to make decisions that align with your core values, and the humility to recognize that leadership is not about you, but about those you serve. In your daily interactions, whether in your professional life, within your family, or in your community, practice leading by example. Show others the way, not through directives, but through your actions. Be the one who listens when others are too busy to hear, who offers solutions when others see only problems, and who remains steady when the world around you seems to be in turmoil. Leadership is about being the person others look to for guidance, not because you hold a title, but because you embody the virtues that inspire trust and respect. In closing, remember that leadership, as the Stoic woman understands it, isn't artful. It requires strength, yes, but also a heart deeply attuned to the needs and hopes of others. It's about leading not from a position of superiority, but from the ground alongside those you wish to uplift. By embracing this form of leadership, you don't just become a leader. You become a beacon, a luminary, in a world that is in desperate need of authentic, compassionate guidance. Are you ready to be that beacon? To lead not by authority but through example? The world needs more leaders who guide with wisdom, integrity, and a deep commitment to the greater good. Let your leadership be the light that others follow, not because they have to, but because they are inspired to. Being enigmatic. The enigmatic Stoic woman does not wield her mystery like a tool to manipulate or a game to play. Rather, she embodies a presence that invites curiosity without offering easy answers, a living riddle that deepens with every interaction. In the words of Soren Kierkegaard, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. This speaks to the nature of her mystery, a journey that unfolds over time, revealing layers of depth and wisdom that are felt rather than fully understood. Why is this quality so magnetic? It's because it disrupts the modern obsession with instant gratification and immediate knowledge. In a world where every question seems to have a quick answer at our fingertips, the enigmatic woman reminds us of the value in the unknown, in the slow unraveling of truth. She invites us to step back and appreciate the beauty of mystery, to engage with life not as a problem to be solved, but as a journey to be experienced. Consider this. Have you ever met someone who left you pondering long after your conversation ended? Someone who shared just enough to intrigue you, yet held back enough to leave you wondering? This is the power of being enigmatic. It's not about withholding for the sake of secrecy, but about honoring the complexity of your own inner world. It's about understanding that not everything needs to be laid bare to be authentic. By maintaining this balance between transparency and mystery, the Stoic woman allows her relationships to grow naturally, at their own pace, without the pressure to reveal every detail. Think about how this plays out in your daily life. How often do we rush to explain ourselves, to fill the silence with words, when perhaps a pause, a moment of reflection, could say so much more? The enigmatic woman knows that the layers of her soul don't need to be peeled back all at once, that some things are better discovered slowly, and some mysteries are better left unsolved. This doesn't create distance. Rather, it nurtures a deeper connection. A connection based on curiosity, respect, and a mutual journey of discovery. In the context of Stoic philosophy, being enigmatic isn't about constructing barriers or crafting an impenetrable persona. It's about cultivating an inner strength, quiet confidence that doesn't need constant validation. As Epictetus once said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This encapsulates the essence of the enigmatic woman. She is not defined by the judgments of others, but by her own understanding of herself. Her mystery is not a shield, but a reflection of her deep self-awareness and her commitment to living with integrity. As you reflect on this, ask yourself, how do I maintain a sense of mystery in a world that demands constant transparency? How can I cultivate a presence that invites deeper inquiry, that respects my own boundaries while engaging meaningfully with others? These are important questions in an age where oversharing has become the norm, and where the depth of our inner lives is often overlooked in favor of surface-level interactions. Being enigmatic, in the Stoic sense, is about embracing the complexity of our inner worlds, about finding strength in what we choose to hold back. It's about realizing that true connection doesn't come from revealing everything, from sharing just enough to spark curiosity and respect. Like the deep waters of a lake that reflect the sky above while keeping their depths hidden, the Stoic woman's mystery is a source of strength and serenity. As we explore this virtue further, consider how you can apply it to your own life. In a world that often values speed over depth, take the time to cultivate your own inner retreat, a place where you can find peace, reflect on your journey, and embrace the beauty of what remains undisclosed. Engage with us as we unravel these virtues together, discovering how they can lead to a life of richer, more meaningful interactions and a deeper understanding of ourselves and those around us. Integrity. Integrity, as seen through the lens of a Stoic woman, is more than just a virtue. It's the very foundation of a life well lived. Seneca once wrote, "A good character, once established, lasts forever." This reflects the core of integrity, a trait that the Stoic woman embodies in every aspect of her existence. It's not simply about following moral principles. It's about being unwaveringly consistent in who you are, whether you're in the public eye or alone in your thoughts. The Stoic woman doesn't wear different faces for different occasions. Instead, she remains steadfast, a true beacon of authenticity in a world that often masks itself in pretense. Her integrity is most visible in the way she interacts with others, particularly in her conversation. In a world where gossip and slander can be an easy escape, she chooses a higher path. She refuses to participate in conversations that bring others down, instead steering dialogue toward understanding and compassion. This doesn't just elevate her character. It creates a ripple effect that impacts everyone around her. Imagine the simple act of throwing a stone into a still pond. The ripples extend far beyond the point of contact, touching every corner of the water. This is what the Stoic woman's integrity does. It spreads, influencing others to mirror her example, to speak with kindness, and to act with purpose. But integrity isn't just about words. It's about actions. The Stoic woman's commitment to living in alignment with her values isn't something she turns on and off depending on the situation. Whether she's making a decision at work, interacting with friends, or reflecting on her personal life, she consistently acts in a way that honors her deepest beliefs. This consistency builds a trust that is rare and invaluable. In a fast-paced world where expediency often takes precedence over ethics, the Stoic woman stands as a pillar of reliability and moral strength. Her actions are a reminder that integrity is not just about making the right choices when people are watching. It's about making the right choices all the time. Let's consider a scenario. In the corporate world, it's not uncommon to face situations where the easy choice is to compromise. Perhaps it's a decision to cut corners to meet a deadline, or to overlook a minor ethical breach because the alternative is inconvenient. The Stoic woman, however, doesn't waver. She understands that each compromise chips away at her character, and that true success is built on a foundation of unwavering principle. She opts for the path of integrity, even if it means taking the harder route, knowing that in the long run, this choice will strengthen her character and build deeper, more meaningful relationships. So how can we integrate this kind of integrity into our own lives? It begins with a commitment to honesty, first with ourselves, and then with others. We must be willing to look inward and identify the values that we hold most dear, and then make a conscious decision to let these values guide our every action. It's about choosing the right path, even when it's difficult, and knowing that each small act of integrity contributes to a life of authenticity and purpose. In our daily lives, practicing integrity might mean standing up for what we believe in, even when it's unpopular. It might mean choosing to speak truthfully, even when a lie would be easier. It's about recognizing that every decision we make is a reflection of our character, and striving to ensure that this reflection is one we can be proud of. Integrity is not about perfection. It's about consistency, about striving to align our actions with our values, even in the face of challenges. As we reflect on this, consider the impact that a life of integrity can have, not just on your own journey, but on those around you. Integrity builds trust, and trust is the foundation of all lasting relationships. It is through integrity that we earn the respect and admiration of others, and that we create a legacy that endures. In a world that often prioritizes quick wins and short-term gains, the Stoic woman reminds us that the true measure of success is found in the strength of our character and the depth of our integrity. In closing, let us take this lesson to heart. Integrity is not just a virtue, it's a way of life. It is the quiet strength that guides us through the complexities of our daily lives, compass that keeps us aligned with our values, and the foundation upon which all true success is built. As Epictetus wisely noted, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Let this truth guide you as you navigate your own journey, striving always to be a person of integrity, someone who uplifts not just themselves but the world around them. Non-judgmental. In a world where snap judgments and instant opinions are the norm, the Stoic woman stands apart. embodying a virtue that is both rare and powerful. She is non-judgmental. Imagine moving through life with the assurance that you can express your thoughts, share your experiences, and explore new ideas without the fear of being harshly judged. This is the environment that the Stoic woman cultivates, a safe space where open minds and open hearts are the rule rather than the exception. She listens not with the intent to reply, but with the intent to understand, turning conversations into journeys of exploration, rather than races to predetermined conclusions. Consider the story of Anna, a senior manager at a large nonprofit organization. One day during a team meeting, a junior employee named James, who had just joined the organization from a different industry, suggested an unconventional approach to a persistent fundraising challenge. The room went quiet, and the skeptical looks from more seasoned colleagues were hard to miss. But Anna, rather than dismissing James's idea due to its unfamiliarity, invited him to explain his thinking in more detail. She facilitated a discussion, encouraging others to consider his perspective and explore how it might apply to their work. What unfolded was a rich conversation that brought fresh ideas to the table. Ultimately, James's approach was adapted and implemented, leading to a significant boost in fundraising efforts and fostering a deeper sense of innovation and inclusivity within the team. This ability to embrace and encourage different viewpoints without rushing to judgment is what elevates the Stoic woman to a higher plane of understanding and connection. She recognizes that every person carries a unique perspective shaped by their own experiences, and she values these differences rather than fearing them. Her non-judgmental approach doesn't just make her a trusted confidant. It transforms her into a true leader, someone others look to for guidance and support, knowing that their voices will be heard without prejudice. So why is it so important to cultivate this non-judgmental attitude in our own lives? Stoic woman understands that by setting aside our preconceived notions and opening ourselves to the ideas of others, we unlock the potential for growth, both in ourselves and in our relationships. When we listen with an open mind, we create space for innovation, collaboration, and for deeper connections. We move beyond the superficial and engage with the world on a more meaningful level. As you reflect on this, consider how embracing a non-judgmental mindset could impact your own life. In your workplace, how might this approach foster a more collaborative and creative environment? In your personal relationships, how could it lead to greater understanding and stronger bonds? The wisdom of Epictetus rings true here. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. This ancient Stoic insight reminds us that understanding is the foundation of meaningful interaction, and that judgment often clouds the truth. To cultivate this virtue, start by practicing active listening. The next time you find yourself in a conversation, make a conscious effort to truly listen without forming immediate opinions or responses. Pay attention to the speaker's words, emotions, and body language. Ask questions that encourage them to elaborate, to share more of their perspective. This not only demonstrates respect, but also deepens your own understanding. In moments of disagreement, resist the urge to react defensively. Instead, take a step back and consider the other person's viewpoint. What can you learn from their perspective? How can this new understanding enrich your own? By doing so, you turn potential conflicts into opportunities for growth, both personally and within your relationship. The Stoic woman's non-judgmental approach is like a bridge that connects different worlds, different ideas, and different people. It allows her to navigate the complexities of life with grace, fostering an environment where diversity of thought is not just tolerated, but celebrated. This isn't just about withholding judgment. It's about actively seeking to understand and value the perspectives of others. As you move forward, let this principle of non-judgment guide your interactions. Notice how it transforms your relationships, how it opens up new possibilities in your work, how it brings a deeper sense of peace and connection into your life. Remember, true measure of wisdom is not in how quickly we form opinions, but in how deeply we seek to understand. By embracing this virtue, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to a more compassionate and understanding world. Resilience. Resilience is the quiet strength that defines a Stoic woman. a strength that is not always visible, but is deeply rooted in her character. She moves through the world with a grace that is often mistaken for ease. Yet beneath this grace lies a formidable resolve. This resolve allows her to face life's inevitable storms with a calm that turns each setback into a stepping stone for growth. For the Stoic woman, resilience is not just a trait. It's the bedrock of her philosophy, a belief that every challenge carries within it the seed of opportunity. Consider this. When life throws its hardest challenges at her, she doesn't shrink back or retreat. Instead, she meets them head-on, with an understanding that the only constant in life is change. This understanding is what gives her the unwavering conviction that no matter the circumstances, she will not just survive, but thrive. Her resilience is born from this profound acceptance of life's impermanence, paired with a belief in her own enduring strength. This kind of resilience goes beyond simply bouncing back from difficulty. It's about forging an inner strength that turns every trial into a crucible for refining her character. Aristotle once said, "The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet." This wisdom can be applied to resilience as well. While the process of enduring challenges may be tough, the growth and wisdom that emerge are invaluable. The Stoic woman understands this, and it's why she approaches adversity not as an obstacle, but as a necessary part of her journey. Each challenge is a lesson, each setback a teacher, guiding her toward greater patience, courage, and temperance. Reflect on your own life for a moment. Have there been times when the odds seemed stacked against you, when the challenges felt insurmountable, yet somehow you found the strength to push through, persevere? These moments reveal to us the depth of our resilience, often surprising us with what we are capable of. The Stoic woman teaches us that these challenges are not to be dreaded, but embraced. They are the very experiences that shape us, that strengthen our minds and spirits, and that help us grow into the people we are meant to be. So, how do we cultivate this kind of resilience in our own lives? It begins with a shift in perspective, from seeing difficulties as threats to viewing them as opportunities. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger? This shift is crucial, for it turns the focus away from what we cannot control and toward what we can, our response, our growth, our journey. Next, take practical steps to build your resilience. Just as the Stoic woman doesn't shy away from difficulties, neither should we. Embrace challenges as opportunities to practice resilience. Reflect on past experiences where you overcame obstacles and use them as a reminder of your strength. Surround yourself with people who inspire and support your growth, just as the Stoic woman surrounds herself with wisdom and virtue. In closing, remember that resilience is not a destination but a journey. It's a continuous process of growth, of learning, and of strengthening the mind and spirit. As you face the inevitable ups and downs of life, let the resilience of the Stoic woman inspire you. Let her example guide you to see challenges not as barriers, but as opportunities to become the best version of yourself. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Let this truth remind you that every challenge you face is an opportunity to move forward, to grow stronger, and to build a life rooted in resilience. Wisdom, crowning virtue of a Stoic woman, is not merely the accumulation of knowledge, but the artful and deliberate application of it. This wisdom doesn't rest in the abstract, but is deeply rooted in the practical, manifesting in every decision she makes with a careful balance of insight and foresight. The Stoic woman approaches her life not with hurried reactions, but with measured reflections that consider both the immediate and the long term. It's this quality that ensures her actions are not just effective in the present, but resonate far into the future, creating ripples of impact that extend beyond her own life. As Seneca once reflected, true happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. This is the essence of the Stoic woman's wisdom, a life not dictated by the whims of momentary desires or fleeting emotions, but one guided by a clear vision of what is enduringly valuable. She navigates the complexities of life with a mind unclouded by resentment or haste, choosing instead to act from a place of deep understanding and calm clarity. Imagine her life as a tapestry, each thread a choice, each color a consequence. The Stoic woman weaves her tapestry with care, selecting her threads not based on convenience, but on the principles that define her. When faced with adversity, she does not reach for the dull, frayed threads of bitterness or revenge, but for the strong, vibrant strands of integrity and compassion. In doing so, she creates a life that is not only beautiful to behold, but strong enough to withstand the test of time. Her wisdom is not about seeking to outshine others, but about illuminating the path ahead, both for herself and for those who follow. This approach to wisdom serves her not just in personal matters, but also in the broader context of leadership and community. In a world that often prizes quick wins and superficial successes, the Stoic woman's wisdom offers a counterbalance, a reminder that true leadership is grounded in ethics and long-term vision. She understands that each decision she makes, each action she takes, is a brushstroke on the canvas of her legacy. And so she paints with intention, creating a masterpiece that speaks of a life lived in harmony with her highest values. Yet, her wisdom is not a solitary pursuit. Just as a lighthouse guides ships through stormy seas, her wisdom shines as a beacon for others. She leads not by dictating or controlling, but by exemplifying the principles she holds dear. Those who encounter her are drawn not by her power, but by the quiet strength of her character, the way she lives her wisdom in every interaction, every choice. In your own life, how can you embody this wisdom? How can you ensure that your knowledge is not just theoretical, but practical? That your decisions today are not just about solving immediate problems, but about crafting a future you can be proud of. Wisdom invites us to look beyond the present moment, to see our lives as part of a larger unfolding story. It asks us to choose paths not for their ease, for their alignment with our deepest values. As you move forward, let the wisdom of the Stoic woman inspire you to act with purpose and clarity. Consider each decision as a step on a path that leads not just to personal success, but to a life that resonates with meaning and contributes to the greater good. Let this wisdom guide you not to outshine others, but to shine a light on the path ahead, helping others to find their way as well. In the end, wisdom is not just about what you know, but how you live. It's the ability to see the bigger picture, to act with both insight and foresight, and to create a life that is a true reflection of your highest principles. This is the legacy of the Stoic woman, a life of wisdom, lived with grace and offered as a beacon of hope and guidance to all who walk alongside her. Let this be the hallmark of your life as well, a life that not only achieves but inspires, a life that illuminates the world around you with the light of deep understanding and thoughtful action. Humility. Humility is the foundation upon which a Stoic woman's strength is built. Quiet force that does not seek the applause of the world, but instead finds deep fulfillment in the integrity of her actions. This virtue is not about diminishing oneself, but about recognizing one's place in the vast interconnected fabric of life. It is the understanding that true greatness is not measured by outward accolades, by the inner alignment of one's values and actions. As Epictetus wisely stated, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. This profound sentiment encapsulates the essence of humility, not as a sign of weakness, but as the truest expression of inner strength. A Stoic woman knows her worth and moves through life with a calm assurance, unfazed by the need for external validation. Picture humility as the roots of a mighty tree, buried deep within the earth. Though unseen, these roots are what provide the tree with its strength, stability, and ability to grow tall and endure the fiercest storms. The Stoic woman, like this tree, draws her strength from a place of quiet resilience. She understands that her achievements are not milestones to be flaunted, steps on a journey toward a greater understanding of herself and her role in the world. Each accomplishment is a branch reaching higher, not out of vanity, but as a natural progression of her growth. In your own journey, whether you are navigating the complexities of a demanding career, balancing the dynamics of family life, or pursuing personal aspirations, consider how you can embody the humility of the Stoic woman. Let this humility guide your actions and decisions, not as a path to self-effacement, but as a way to align more closely with your true purpose. Through this lens, Every choice becomes an opportunity to deepen your connection to your values and to build a life that is not only successful in the conventional sense, but rich with meaning and integrity. Humility also allows us to see beyond ourselves and recognize the interconnectedness of our actions. Just as the branches of a tree provide shade, shelter, and nourishment to the world around it, a life lived with humility contributes to the broader tapestry of the community. The Stoic woman's humility is a beacon, quietly illuminating the paths for others to follow, not through dominance or superiority, but through the authenticity of her example. She does not seek to outshine others, but to inspire them to find their own light. As you move forward, let humility be your compass, guiding you not toward the superficial rewards of recognition, or the deeper, more enduring satisfaction of living in alignment with your highest principle. Let each decision you make be a reflection of this humility. Step toward creating a legacy of respect, wisdom, and quiet strength. Remember, the true measure of a Stoic woman is not in how she stands above others, but in how she stands with them, helping to illuminate the way forward. In the grand tapestry of life, humility is the thread that binds together the fabric of our character. It is what allows us to grow, to learn, and to connect with others on a level that is profound and lasting. As you weave your own story, let humility be the thread that strengthens and enriches your journey, creating a life that is not only well-lived but deeply felt by all who walk alongside you. This is the hallmark of the Stoic woman, a life of quiet, enduring strength, built on the foundation of humility. And it is a path that is open to us all, if we choose to walk it with intention and grace. Let's talk about the journey of self-discovery. What does it truly mean to embark on a journey of self-discovery? Is it merely about finding oneself, or is it about something deeper? Quest to understand the intricate layers of our being and the forces that shape our existence. Imagine a woman walking through a dense, ancient forest. Each step she takes is deliberate, her path illuminated not by the light of day, but by the inner glow of her unwavering resolve. The forest represents the vast unknown, filled with both breathtaking beauty and unforeseen challenges. Yet she moves forward with a calm assurance, guided by an inner compass forged through the wisdom of Stoic principles. This woman embodies the essence of emotional control, not by suppressing her feelings, but by mastering them, turning them into allies rather than adversaries. As Epictetus wisely said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This idea isn't just about weathering the storms of life. It's about dancing in the rain, embracing each droplet as a lesson and each thunderclap as a reminder of the power within. The Stoic woman understands that her strength lies in her response, not in the circumstances that provoke it. She knows that life will inevitably present trials, but it is her reaction that will define her path. Consider this: a river flowing through rocky terrain. The water does not resist the stones, flows around them, over them, and sometimes even under them, carving its way through with persistent grace. This is how the Stoic woman navigates life. She does not seek to change the obstacles, but adapts her course, maintaining her direction with serenity. This metaphor captures the essence of self-sufficiency. Her strength is not derived from the world around her, but from within. She does not depend on external forces to shape her journey. Rather, she channels her internal resources to navigate the complexities of life. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This realization is the cornerstone of her resilience, allowing her to remain unshaken by the tumult of the world. In this journey of self-discovery, the Stoic woman teaches us that true peace and fulfillment are not found in the absence of challenges, but in our ability to face them, with grace and determination. She is a living example of how Stoic virtues, such as emotional control and self-sufficiency, can lead to a life of profound inner peace and unyielding strength. But this journey is not exclusive to her. It is one we all can undertake. It's an invitation to reflect on our own lives, to assess how we react to the inevitable trials we face, and to consider how we might embody these virtues in our daily actions. As you reflect on this, think about how you can incorporate these Stoic principles into your life. How can you become like the river, flowing around the obstacles in your path, How can you ensure that your internal compass remains true, guiding you through every storm and every calm with the same steady hand? The journey of a Stoic woman is not about perfection. It's about the relentless pursuit of personal excellence, about learning and adapting continuously, and about finding peace in the process. So I challenge you today. How will you start your journey of self-discovery? What steps will you take to ensure that your life is not merely a series of reactions, but a deliberate, thoughtful exploration of your true self? Let this be more than just a reflection. Let it be the beginning of a transformation. Embrace the Stoic virtues and let them guide you as you navigate the complexities of life with resilience and grace. Remember, the journey is ongoing, and with each step, you are not just discovering who you are, who you have the potential to become. Analogy of feminine personalities with nature. How do we truly understand the essence of who we are? The journey of self-discovery is not merely an exploration of the self, but an unveiling of the deeper values that lie buried beneath the surface, far removed from the noise of societal expectations. For women who embrace the teachings of Stoicism, this journey is a thrilling quest for inner tranquility, a state of calm that remains untouched by the chaos of the outside world. Imagine the daily pressures we all face: work deadlines, societal demands, and those countless little frustrations that creep into our day. In these moments, the ability to master our emotions becomes our most formidable ally. This mastery isn't about suppressing our feelings, but rather harnessing them to cultivate patience, empathy, and resilience. Picture this. In the midst of life's storms, you discover a peaceful sanctuary within yourself, a serene oasis where you find clarity and strength. This isn't a retreat into isolation, but a demonstration of self-sufficiency. True self-sufficiency isn't about distancing oneself from others or pretending to be invulnerable. It's about acknowledging your capacity to face challenges head-on, make informed decisions, and find joy and fulfillment independently of external validation. This is the essence of true freedom. Think of historical figures like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, not just as philosophers but as masters of living. Their wisdom, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, resonates with women today, urging us to live by our own principles, to remain unshaken by the shifting tides of popular opinion. They remind us to reflect deeply on our lives, to cherish mental peace, and to strive for the greater good, enriching not only our own lives, but also those around us. But how do we bring these ancient teachings into our modern lives? It begins with the smallest of steps. Every time we choose to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively, every time we seek to understand rather than judge, we are living Stoicism. We are building an inner fortress that shields us from the storms of life and guides us toward a richer, more meaningful existence. The path of Stoicism is not an easy one. It demands courage, discipline, and above all, an unwavering honesty with oneself. Yet for those women who embark on this journey, the rewards are immense: a life of peace, strength, and a profound connection to one's true self. Let's take a moment to reflect on a real-life scenario. Imagine a woman navigating the pressures of a demanding, competitive environment where criticism is frequent and praise is rare. Instead of allowing frustration to take hold or seeking approval from others, she turns inward, drawing on Stoic principles. She focuses on what she can control: her own actions, her own reactions. Over time, her dedication not only improves her professional abilities, but also turns her into a pillar of strength and inspiration for her colleagues. This narrative highlights the transformative power of Stoicism, not just in personal growth, but in creating a positive ripple effect within a community. It prompts us to ask, when faced with adversity or criticism, how often do we look inward for strength? How can we apply the principles of Stoicism to not only elevate ourselves, but also uplift those around us? In the process of self-discovery, mastering our emotions, and achieving self-reliance, these virtues are not merely tools, they are profound gifts that enrich every aspect of our lives. By embracing these principles, you create a world where your actions align with your values, where your reactions are measured and thoughtful, and where your life takes on a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. The Stoic journey is not about merely surviving the challenges life throws at us. It's about thriving through them and emerging stronger, wiser, and at peace. As you walk this path, let the wisdom of Stoicism guide you, not just in enduring life's trials, but in mastering them, transforming your life into one of profound meaning and enduring fulfillment. Stoic resilience and wisdom as life tools. What is it that truly fortifies us against the inevitable challenges life presents? Is it sheer strength, or is it something more enduring, more profound? Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, once remarked, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This wisdom encapsulates the essence of Stoic resilience, an inner fortitude that is cultivated not through the absence of adversity, but through its embrace. The Stoic woman understands that life's trials are not obstacles but opportunities. Opportunities to sharpen her mind, deepen her wisdom, and strengthen her spirit. Resilience in Stoicism is not just about bouncing back. It's about transforming the challenges we face into stepping stones for growth. When we confront difficulties with a Stoic mindset, we do not merely survive them. We are elevated by them. The wisdom that accompanies resilience is what allows us to navigate life's complexities with a clear mind and a steady heart. It teaches us to see beyond the immediate turmoil and to focus on the lessons that lie within the struggle. It's like turning the rough edges of a stone into a polished gem. The process is arduous. The result is something of lasting value. How can we apply this Stoic resilience and wisdom to our daily lives? Begin by embracing the notion that control is an illusion. We cannot dictate what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. The next time you face a setback, instead of reacting with frustration or despair, pause and reflect. What is the situation teaching me? How can I grow from this? This shift in perspective not only empowers you, but also fosters a sense of calm amidst chaos. Calm that comes from knowing that you are the master of your reactions, no matter the circumstances. This wisdom is not abstract. It is practical, actionable, and transformative. It invites us to cultivate resilience, not just in moments of crisis, but in the everyday challenges that come our way. Whether it's dealing with a difficult colleague, managing the demands of family life, or facing personal disappointments, the Stoic woman uses resilience and wisdom as her guiding tools. She understands that these qualities are not just virtues to admire, but skills to be honed and applied with intention. In your journey, remember this. Resilience and wisdom are not merely protective shields. They are tools for crafting a life of depth, purpose, and fulfillment. Like the roots of a tree that grows stronger with each storm, these virtues anchor us firmly in the face of adversity, allowing us to grow not just despite the challenges, but because of them. So, the next time you encounter a storm in your life, ask yourself, how will you let this shape you? Will you resist it, or will you allow it to carve out a stronger, wiser version of yourself? The choice, as always, is yours. This passage ties the concepts of Stoic resilience and wisdom into actionable advice, using the metaphor of a tree's roots to illustrate the growth that comes from adversity, while maintaining a logical flow and connection between ideas. The balance between emotion and reason. How do Stoic women navigate the tumultuous waves of life with such grace and resolve? The answer lies in their profound understanding of the delicate balance between emotion and reason. This balance is not just a philosophy, but a lived experience, guiding them through every decision, every interaction, and every challenge they encounter. As Seneca wisely noted, "He who is brave is free." This freedom comes from mastering the equilibrium between the heart's impulses and the mind's clarity, a hallmark of the Stoic woman's approach to life. Imagine a moment of intense pressure, perhaps at work, where decisions must be made quickly and emotions run high. In such situations, many might react impulsively, driven by fear or frustration. But the Stoic woman stands apart. She doesn't suppress her emotions. Instead, she acknowledges them, understands them, and then allows reason to guide her actions. This is not about being cold or detached, but about harnessing the power of emotion in a way that serves her purpose rather than hinders it. Consider a scenario where she faces a difficult conversation with a close friend, perhaps a situation where emotions are particularly raw. Instead of letting her feelings dictate the conversation, she carefully balances them with thoughtful consideration. She listens not just to respond, but to understand, ensuring that her words are both truthful and kind. In this way, she fosters deeper connections, built on a foundation of respect and understanding. This balance between emotion and reason allows her to navigate not just personal relationships, but also professional challenges with a calm and collected demeanor. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius taught that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. By choosing to temper emotion with reason, the Stoic woman colors her soul with wisdom, making her a beacon of stability in a chaotic world. Her strength is not in suppressing her feelings, but in mastering them, channeling them in ways that align with her values and goals. In our fast-paced world, this balance is more crucial than ever. It's easy to be swept away by the tide of emotions, to let anger, fear, or joy take the reins. But the Stoic woman knows that true freedom comes from within, from the ability to guide her own responses rather than being a slave to them. This inner freedom allows her to act with intention, to make decisions that are not only rational but also deeply compassionate. As you reflect on this balance in your own life, ask yourself, how often do you let emotion override reason? And what might change if you embraced the Stoic practice of harmonizing the two? The Stoic woman's life is not devoid of emotion, rich with it, but her emotions are like a river that flows within the banks of reason, powerful and purposeful, yet always under control. This is the art of living well. A life where both emotion and reason play their roles, creating a harmony that leads to true wisdom and lasting fulfillment. Let us take inspiration from these Stoic virtues, striving to embody the balance that defines not only the Stoic woman, but the essence of a life well lived. In this way, we can transform our challenges into opportunities, our impulses into deliberate actions, and our lives into a testament to the power of both the heart and the mind. The balance between emotion and reason is not just a Stoic ideal. It's a guide for navigating the complexities of life with grace, strength, and wisdom. Sustainability and minimalism. Sustainability and minimalism are more than just lifestyle choices. They are philosophies that reflect a deeper understanding of what truly matters. In a world that often equates success with accumulation, the Stoic woman sees things differently. She knows that true wealth is not found in the abundance of possessions, but in the richness of a life lived with purpose and intention. As Marcus Aurelius once observed, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Consider a typical day, perhaps at a bustling coffee shop. Around her, people are consumed by their devices, overwhelmed by the noise of their own making. Yet she sits quietly with a simple cup of coffee, fully present in the moment. She isn't distracted by the clamor of consumerism or the latest trends. Instead, she finds contentment in the simplicity of the experience. A moment of stillness in a world that never stops moving. This is minimalism in action, a deliberate choice to focus on what truly nourishes the soul, rather than chasing after every fleeting desire. But sustainability and minimalism aren't just about living with less. They're about living with purpose. The Stoic woman understands that every choice she makes has a ripple effect, not just on her own life, but on the world around her. She chooses quality over quantity, not just in the things she buys, but in the relationships she cultivates, the work she does, and the way she spends her time. By doing so, she creates a life that is not only sustainable, but also deeply fulfilling. Imagine her at work, where the pressures of a demanding career could easily lead to burnout. Instead of being consumed by the relentless pursuit of more success, more recognition, more stuff, she focuses on what truly matters. She prioritizes her well-being, her relationships, and her integrity, understanding that these are the foundations of a meaningful life. She knows that by living with intention and clarity, she not only sustains herself, but also sets an example for others, showing that it is possible to thrive without sacrificing one's values. This approach to life is a direct reflection of Stoic principle, where the focus is on what is within our control. The Stoic woman knows that she cannot control the external world, but she can control how she responds to it. By choosing a path of sustainability and minimalism, she aligns her actions with her values, creating a life that is not only less cluttered, but also more aligned with her true self. This is not just about reducing waste or owning fewer things. It's about creating space for what truly matters, for what brings lasting joy and fulfillment. So how do we apply this in our own lives? Starts with a simple question. What do I truly need to live a good life? This question invites us to strip away the excess, to focus on what is essential, and to make choices that reflect our deepest values. By embracing sustainability and minimalism, we create lives that are not only richer in meaning, but also lighter in burden. We find that, in the end, it is not the things we accumulate that define us, but the legacy we leave behind, one of intention, purpose, and quiet strength. As we move forward, let us remember that sustainability and minimalism are not about deprivation. They are about liberation. They free us from the tyranny of excess and allow us to live with clarity and purpose. By embracing these principles, we can create lives that are not only more fulfilling, but also more in harmony with the world around us. Let us choose wisely, live simply, and find contentment in the things that truly matter. Female resilience in professional environment. What does it mean to truly embody resilience in the professional world? Is it merely about enduring the challenges that come your way, or is there something deeper, something more profound, that defines resilience for a Stoic woman? As Seneca wisely observed, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. This insight captures the essence of resilience in the workplace, not as a superficial toughness, but as a deep-rooted strength that turns obstacles into opportunities for growth. In the high-pressure environments where competition is fierce and setbacks are inevitable, a Stoic woman stands out not just because she endures, but because she thrives. Her resilience is not a passive state of bouncing back. It's an active process of transformation. When faced with professional adversity, she does not simply recover. She adapts, learns, and evolves. This adaptability is rooted in a key Stoic principle, focusing on what is within her control. By channeling her energy into actions and responses that she can influence, she conserves her strength and avoids the frustration that often accompanies dwelling on the uncontrollable. Imagine a challenging project at work. Deadlines are tight, resources are scarce, and the stakes are high. While others might feel overwhelmed, the Stoic woman maintains her composure, her focus unwavering. She approaches the situation with a clear mind, assessing what needs to be done and how best to proceed. Her resilience shines not just in her ability to persevere, but in her capacity to inspire others around her. She leads by example, showing that true strength lies in the ability to remain calm and collected, even when the pressure mounts. This resilience is more than just a personal attribute. It's a form of leadership. By embodying Stoic principles, she becomes a beacon for others in her professional environment. Her colleagues look to her not just for guidance, but for a sense of stability and assurance. In this way, her resilience is contagious, fostering a culture of perseverance and strength throughout her team. She doesn't need to assert her authority loudly. Her quiet confidence and steady resolve speak volumes. To cultivate this kind of resilience in your own professional life, consider how you react to challenges. Instead of viewing them as setbacks, see them as opportunities to grow stronger. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I improve? This shift in perspective is key to building resilience. It's about developing a mindset that welcomes challenges as chances to enhance your skills and deepen your understanding. Think of resilience as a muscle. It grows stronger with use. The more you exercise it by facing and overcoming challenges, the more resilient you become. And just like a muscle, resilience needs to be nurtured and maintained. It requires a commitment to self-awareness, continuous learning, and a willingness to adapt. In conclusion, resilience in the professional world is not just about surviving. It's about thriving through every challenge. It's about using every obstacle as a stepping stone to greater strength and wisdom. The Stoic woman understands this, and through her actions, she teaches us all the true meaning of resilience. As you navigate your own career, remember that resilience is not a destination, but a journey, one that empowers you to face each new challenge with courage, clarity, and an unshakable resolve. By embracing this journey, you not only build a successful career, but also create a lasting impact on those around you. commitment to personal growth and continuous development. How does one truly commit to personal growth in a world that often prioritizes quick wins over lasting progress? The Stoic woman exemplifies this through her unwavering dedication to continuous development, commitment that transcends the superficial achievements celebrated by society. Her growth is not measured by accolades or titles, but by the depth of her self-awareness, the resilience of her character, and her ability to adapt and thrive in any environment. In the professional sphere, where competition is fierce and hierarchies rigid, the Stoic woman stands out, not by seeking recognition, but through her quiet, relentless pursuit of excellence. She approaches her work with a focus that is both profound and disciplined, concentrating on her own performance and the intrinsic value of her contributions, rather than getting swept up in the external noise. Her resilience in the face of setbacks is not just a testament to her strength, but a reflection of her commitment to growth. For her, every challenge is an opportunity to learn, every failure a stepping stone to greater wisdom. Imagine a workplace where she is faced with a challenging project that seems destined for failure. Rather than succumbing to the pressure or blaming others, she takes a step back, assesses the situation with clarity, and sees the potential for growth in the midst of chaos. She understands that the true measure of success is not in avoiding failure, but in how one rises after each fall. This mindset not only allows her to navigate professional challenges with grace, but also positions her as a leader who inspires others to embrace a similar approach. This leadership is not about commanding authority, but about embodying integrity, focus, and a steadfast commitment to personal principles. Marcus Aurelius captured this essence when he advised, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The Stoic woman doesn't just preach these virtues, she lives them daily, setting a powerful example for those around her. Her influence extends beyond personal success, reshaping the culture of her workplace by promoting values of sustainability, minimalism, and intentional living. She challenges the conventional norms of consumption and behavior, proving that living by Stoic virtues can radically transform not only individual lives, but also the broader environment. In every aspect of her life, whether in the quiet moments of self-reflection or the bustling corridors of her career, she is guided by a relentless pursuit of self-improvement. Each morning, she begins her day not with a superficial glance in the mirror, but with a deep, introspective question. How can I be better today than I was yesterday? This is the essence of her commitment to growth, an unyielding drive to evolve continuously, to learn from every experience, and to become a more complete version of herself with each passing day. Her journey is not linear, nor is it defined by a single moment of triumph. It is a path marked by small victories, thoughtful introspection, and the courage to embrace failure as a teacher. She understands that true growth comes from the cumulative effect of daily efforts, the willingness to confront uncomfortable truths, and the resilience to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult. This commitment to personal growth is not just for her benefit. It enriches the lives of those around her. By striving to be the best version of herself, she inspires others to do the same. Her journey is a living testament to the power of continuous development, a reminder that the pursuit of excellence is not a destination, but a lifelong endeavor. Through her example, we learn that the most meaningful growth comes not from the pursuit of perfection, but from the dedication to becoming better, one day at a time. Women are not only beautiful, they must also be strong. Have you ever wondered why society often equates a woman's worth with her beauty alone? Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This timeless Stoic wisdom reminds us that true power comes from within, not from external validation. For a woman to be truly strong, she must cultivate a resilience that transcends the superficial allure of physical beauty. A strength that is forged in the fires of self-awareness, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to her principle. In a world obsessed with appearance, it's easy to forget that beauty without strength is fleeting, like a flower that withers under the harsh sun. A Stoic woman knows that while beauty might open doors, it is her inner strength that keeps them open. This strength is not loud or boastful. It is quiet and steady, manifesting in her ability to remain composed in the face of life's adversities. It's the kind of strength that doesn't shatter under pressure, but instead grows stronger, much like a diamond formed under immense heat and pressure. Imagine yourself in a situation where the odds are stacked against you, where every step forward feels like pushing through a relentless storm. In such moments, how do you react? Do you succumb to the weight of external pressures, or do you dig deep? Drawing on the well of inner resilience defines the Stoic woman. The beauty of Stoic strength lies in its ability to transform obstacles into opportunities for growth, much like the way a tree, rooted firmly in the ground, bends with the wind rather than breaking. The Stoic woman understands that to be strong is to be adaptable, to be resilient in the face of change, and to remain steadfast in her values. She is not swayed by the whims of society or the fleeting trends of the moment. Instead, she holds fast to what she knows to be true and right, even when it goes against the grain. This strength is what allows her to navigate life's complexities with grace, to rise after every fall, and to continue moving forward with a sense of purpose and integrity. Consider the story of a woman who, after facing a series of personal and professional setbacks, decided to take control of her life. She stopped waiting for someone to rescue her and instead became her own hero. She educated herself, honed her skills, and built a life that reflects her values and aspirations. Her beauty is not in her appearance, but in her determination, courage, and her relentless pursuit of self-improvement. She is a living testament to the fact that true strength is not about dominating others, but about mastering oneself. In the pursuit of strength, Stoic women don't shy away from challenges. They embrace them as necessary steps on the path to personal growth. They know that strength is not just about enduring hardships, but about thriving through them, using each experience as a stepping stone to a higher level of understanding and resilience. This kind of strength doesn't come from external accolades or validation. It comes from the quiet confidence that grows within when you know you are living true to your principles. So, how can we all cultivate this kind of strength in our lives? It starts with the recognition that we are more than what we appear to be on the outside. It's about embracing the fullness of our potential, not just as beautiful beings, but as strong, capable individuals who have the power to shape our destinies. It's about standing tall in the face of adversity, not because we are unbreakable, but because we have learned to bend without breaking, to rise after each fall with renewed determination. As we conclude, let us remember that beauty and strength are not mutually exclusive. They are intertwined, each enhancing the other. A woman who is both beautiful and strong is a force to be reckoned with, a beacon of hope and resilience in a world that often values appearance over substance. Let us strive to be such women, to cultivate a strength that not only sustains us, but also inspires others to find their own inner resilience. For in the end, it is not our beauty that will define us, but the strength of our character, the depth of our convictions, and the courage we show in living our truth. Above all, women, remember to love with all your heart, generosity, and sincerity. If you find yourself facing heartbreak, give yourself the grace to mourn. Shed the tears that need to be shed, but don't let them be the final word on your story. As the poet Rumi beautifully reminds us, the wound is the place where the light enters you. This pain, this sorrow, is not the end. It is the beginning of a deeper understanding, a richer experience, and a stronger you. Your experiences are chapters in your life, shaping you, molding you, but they are not the totality of who you are. The light that enters through your wounds illuminates the path ahead, allowing you to move forward with a heart made wiser by the trials it has faced. As we draw our exploration of the rarest woman in the world possesses these 8 virtues to a close, it's time to reflect on how these virtues can become beacons in your own life's journey. The Stoic woman isn't just a figure to admire from afar. She's a model to aspire to, a reflection of the strength, resilience, and wisdom that lies within all of us. The virtues she embodies, resilience, wisdom, humility, and others, are not distant ideals, but attainable goals that can guide us through the complexities of our daily lives. They are tools we can all wield to carve out lives of deeper meaning and fulfillment. So, how can you integrate these Stoic virtues into your own life? What steps can you take today to cultivate greater self-confidence, communicate more directly, to adapt with grace to life's inevitable changes? How might you lead others by the quiet power of example, or deepen your inner wisdom? Think about the areas in your life where these virtues can make a difference. Whether it's in your relationships, career, or your personal growth, there's always a way to apply these timeless principles. I encourage you to share your reflections and insights in the comments below. Which of these virtues resonates most deeply with you? How do you plan to incorporate these lessons into your everyday life? Your journey is unique, and your experiences can inspire others who are walking a similar path. Remember, each step you take, no matter how small, is part of a larger journey toward becoming a more fulfilled, resilient, and wise individual. Before we part ways, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Stoic Spirit, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode in our ongoing exploration of Stoicism. Together, we can continue to grow, inspire, and embody the virtues that make life not just bearable, but truly meaningful. Let's keep moving forward on this path of self-discovery and personal growth, embracing the strength and beauty that comes from living a life guided by Stoic principle. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Let's keep the conversation going and the growth continuous. Finally, we'd love to hear your feedback. Please take a moment to rate your satisfaction with this video on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being very dissatisfied and 5 being very satisfied. Your thoughts are incredibly valuable to us, so don't hesitate to share them by commenting below. Let us know how these ideas resonate with you and how you plan to apply them in your own life. Your engagement helps us continue to create content that not only informs, but truly inspires.